Hey, I'm Lucy at Sigma Sports, and today I'm going to be taking a closer look at the POC Kortal Race MIPS mountain bike helmet. All of the product's brand and design is done out in Stockholm, so it's good to know that they've stuck to their Swedish roots and they focus on three main things in their products: safety, design and performance, and I'm sure you're going to see it in this helmet here. So let's take a look and unbox it. So this model here, as you can see, is in a nice bright orange, but there are other colorways available and you can check them out on the Sigma Sports website. So this is the MIPS model of the helmet. There is another model that doesn't include MIPS, but let me tell you a little bit more about MIPS technology, as it might sway your decision if you're looking at a new mountain bike helmet. So MIPS is actually a Swedish company like POC themselves, and they've worked together over a number of products on the last couple of years in particular. So it's nice to see that it's been featured along with a couple of other safety features in the Kortal race helmet. And this helmet is actually very special in particular because it uses a new MIPS technology system, which they have named the Integra system. So if you're not familiar with MIPS, it's a technology that comes into action if you were to have a crash or impact on the bike. So the idea is that when you have it on your head and there is some sort of impact, the MIPS moves around rather than your head rotating inside of the helmet, which could obviously cause you some damage. So it's actually quite a simple technology. It's clever and it's reliable. And it's nice to see a new evolution of MIPS inside this helmet in particular. So previously, if you had MIPS in the helmet, although it was great for safety, it could sometimes cause your head to become very, very hot because of the structure of the previous MIPS. However, with this, it uses a new silicone structure, which helps improve airflow, stop those airflow issues that some people were having before, and means it's more comfortable for when you're riding. So this uses a pad-based execution system. So as you can see, if I just remove the pads there, it's this nice yellow bit, so it obviously helps to see, but it's this nice yellow bit here that's underneath all of the pads. And as I mentioned, the idea is that if you were to have an impact, this moves rather than your head rotating inside of the helmet. So moving on to some more technology in this helmet. As I mentioned, it's full of tech, which is really good and really important for mountain biking in particular. So number one, you have MIPS. Number two, you have a thing called RECCO. Now this has historically been used a lot in ski and snowboarding. And this is basically land-based sonar. So it's just that added bit of safety reassurance when you're riding, and it makes this helmet a true all-mountain helmet. So if you're riding somewhere remote in particular, the land-based sonar reflects a signal for help if needed. Now the third safety feature of this helmet in particular is the fact that it has an NFC chip stored inside. So you can actually see on the helmet whereabouts it is thanks to this logo here, and this is where you can store your medical ID. So if you do get into any trouble when you're riding, then it's all on here and you can communicate to the correct people. So NFC stands for near field communication, and all someone has to do when they get to you is pop their phone near it and it'll bring up all of your medical information and all of the important information that they would need. So I think it's really cool, those three different technical safety features that POC have decided to use in this helmet, making it a real standout from the others on the market. So moving on to other features of this helmet, you have this peak that can be put into three different positions. So the great thing about having a flexible peak rather than a fixed one is that it's much better in the incident of crash or impact. If it's a fixed peak and you're stuck in between a tree or a rock, then it can put added pressure on your head, which is not very good. So this will break away in the event of an impact, which is really, really important. So one thing you might notice about this helmet compared to other helmets out there is that it comes down quite far at the back. Now this is perfect for all mountain riding, enduro, downhill. So if in the event of an impact, you just have added knowledge that it's going to keep you protected. Now looking at the inside, I've already mentioned the MIPS system, but you have the retention system at the back. The helmet is available in 3 sizes, but the retention system just helps you hone down the fit to your head and make sure it's safe. This helmet is certified with the UK standard helmet regulator, but also it has an added pedelec certificate, which is something that is certified within the EU, not currently recognised in the UK at the moment, but it's a special certification to mean that it's great to use for e-bikes in particular. So I'm going to put it on and see how comfortable it really is. This is very handily my size. So the retention system, I've dialed it into my head. It feels super comfortable, nice and safe and secure. This helmet is designed to be worn with both standard sunglasses as well as goggles. And for this year, POC have just released the Devour Glasses. I'm just going to show you these now. So as you can see, they are pretty big, but these bridge the gap between goggles and glasses. They have the same sort of size frame as goggles, but you have the standard glasses arms on there. Because of the massive field of view, you can see all around you. They give you protection from the front and both the sides, so if any debris was flying up, you're fully protected. They fit really nicely with the helmet, and I think they look pretty great too. So while I have my hands on these cool glasses, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about them just as a bonus. So these are perfect, like I say, for enduro riding. A lot of people found that goggles are great, but they steam up a lot when you're climbing back up to the top of the run. So these have a lot better ventilation through the top and the sides. You can see that the frame is actually slightly separate from the lens there. And a lot of people find that goggles are quite faffy when you're trying to take them off and on, and they steam up, whereas these, they can easily be taken off, put back on in a matter of seconds. And who knows, maybe we'll see a couple of road riders wearing these as well. So that was a closer look at the POC Kortal Race MIPS helmet. As I mentioned, there is a non-MIPS helmet available, but I think MIPS is really important technology that's used in helmets, and it gives you that added peace of mind when you're out on the trail. The helmet has great ventilation all around. Like I mentioned, the peak is adjustable, and also it's nice and lightweight too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the helmet and also these glasses in the comments below. Check out the playlist on the side for more unboxing videos, and we'll see you next time.